The question is, could it really be the beginning of springtime? What is it, 26th or 27th? It's Wednesday. 26th, I think, of February. I've been working here this morning, starting to sort things out and getting things ready for the new year. And I've been driven out with the heat. It's been, what is it, 33. 32 at the moment. It's been 33.9 in here, and yeah, it's too much. So gradually tidying up. I've sowed some lettuce a few weeks ago, and they've sprouted up. So I've potted them on, but I left them on the shelf here, and the mice have eaten them. So I've potted up some more, I've erected this little thing. We bought it several years ago. It's like a cold frame to go outside, but in here it gets doubly hot. And hopefully the mice won't get it. They're in there now, look. So I hope the mice won't get in there. Give them a chance to come on. There's a lot more, but that's the first lot. Homegrown lettuce. Sorted that out. I've only just put it together. It's a cheap thing, but we've had it several years, and it brings things on. That's where my tomatoes come on in there. When I've potted them on, like. We've overwintered a few fuchsias and things, and geraniums are in the old greenhouse. Some yucca things. I've took some cuttings as I started working around the garden. Ruth has a laurel that she brought from England. It was from her father's grave yonks ago, and it's been at all our houses in England. And it's got so big, he loves it here. I've had to cut it back a bit, so I've taken some cuttings of it. And in there among them is some of that red quince. This is another quince. It's a red one, but a different colour, a bit lighter coloured. It's a rather nice bush, and it's gone right bushy, and I've never done anything with it because last year I didn't get any gardening done at all with my bad hip. So I've had to trim that up, and I've taken a lot of cuttings. So hopefully they'll go. They're looking healthy. Fuchsia. Now these are the grow bags. Well, not grow bags. These are the fertiliser bags I used to grow the tomatoes in last year. There's 12 of them in here. That one was what I used for peppers, and it stayed quite wet. I don't know how, anyway. So what I've been doing is riddling it all, chucking the bits of rubbish out, and using it for potting stuff. Here, if I do get back in here later today, that's some that I riddled out. It's all nice and damp. I made lovely potting medium. So these fertiliser bags cost me €3.50 last year from Netto. I bought quite a lot, and I've used quite a lot in different things. I've been sitting it out over the last couple of weeks. These are dry. I've got to wet them all up, so you can use it. But I'm using it again. There is a lot of rubbish in it because they were cheap, and there's bits of twigging and all kinds of things. And that's the rubbish out of that tub. Has got the rubbish out of 3 bags, and I've used the soil, like in there, and in that one, and in those tomatoes and things like that. Oh, there's a chap on the internet I've had a look at who suggested growing peas to cut and come again. So when they grow and you come up and they're so high, you can cut it and eat it. And then, so I've tried that. The first lot, of course, I left out and the mice ate them. So they ate the peas, dug them up. So I've planted some more. They're in there. See how they come on. So this lot is all going to be riddled, and I can use it in tubs like this, you see, to grow stuff. And then this next year, and I'll use it to make compost to grow the tomato seeds in. And then this next year I'll get some new bags. Not going to have so many this year though. A bit inundated last year. We had 48 tomato plants. I'm going to try and keep it down to about 25 to 30. We've got 4 varieties this year to plant. Oh, where are we? They're here. Oh, it's getting hot in here again. Right, that's some sweet peas. I'm going to plant those in a pot, in some pots, and then transplant them out when I get the garden ready for them. That's Marmande. We're going to use that. That's a cooking tomato, making soup and stuff like that. Little cerise tomatoes, and moneymaker, good salad tomato, and for drying, because we do try and dry them each year. Didn't get any done last year. We've got a dryer, and Ruth uses them in cooking, and it's very successful. So there we are. Oh, the better of our lemon trees and things are overwintering here. That one is a little orange. They're what they call amer, they're sour. But Ruth uses them to make her reparo. Look at the little oranges on there, can you see them? Lemon tree, another lemon tree. Oh no, not one lemon tree, the others are in the other greenhouse. That's, oh yeah, look, the mice have been at that, look. Can you see where they're eating them, look? Eating the oranges, look, can you see? They've chewed them, little buggers. This is, they're not orange, it's what do you call it? Kumquat, little buggers. I'm just going to pull that away from the edge so that it's more difficult for them to climb up. And big kumquat. See, they've not been on this one because they can't get into the top. I reckon they've climbed up that wood there and into the tree like that. So, right, I'm going to sign off, and we're going to make a bit of a video this afternoon, and see you later. Right, quick video of the garden outside the kitchen. The roses are starting to push, look. Starting to advance quite quickly now. The scent from these hyacinths is getting quite strong. And all these hyacinths are ones that we bought of previous years, you know, for Christmas, to have in the house. And once they're finished flowering, just pop them outside. Those two are particularly good, aren't they? I don't know why they're better than others. I mean, they are normally a bit straggly after they've been once flowered and then stuck outside. These are quite odd. You ought to smell the scent from these. Pity we can't put scent on videos. We're going to look at hellebores now. Now this is a bit of a garden facing the kitchen. You see, all these hellebores came from England. There's some more in here. This is a little Japanese maple. Came with us. It came from that garden centre near Skeggy, where Alan is. More hellebores. Look, these are all purple ones in here. Nice. Quite beautiful. Good clump there. Because if you leave them alone, they do, you know, double up eventually. Camellia has been struggling to flower in all this bad weather we've had. Look at all the waste on the ground. And it's been flowering away, but the rain coming off the roof here, it's above, and these strong winds have had, and it's like in a funnel here where the wind comes hurtling down here. It's not done it a lot of good. Still got some lovely flowers on it though. They're a nice colour, quite beautiful, lovely. Now, there's a nice one. Now the other two here haven't really started yet. This first one had some flowers at the end of December, a couple of flowers, then the weather set it back, you know, the frost and everything. But it's going to be good. And this was the first one we bought. And the others, they've all come from Aldi, little tiny bushes. I don't know how long they've been in this place now, but probably 10 years, I think. Workshop. Some more hyacinths, look. Just drag the rubbish away. It's covered in rubbish all winter. Lots of daylilies in there. Hellebore is the first real flower of the spring, in our garden anyway. Beautiful. Here. Haven't cut the leaves away from this one. Now before I go in, I'm going to take a picture of quince. I've just been sorting things out here. I find I can do an hour and a half in the garden, and then that's about my limit. And we've cut a lot of brambles down from here and opened this up a bit. Cut some red hot pokers down to let the other stuff grow. And there, look at this. I've got a rake alongside it, but I've put some props on this one, but it's looking lovely, isn't it? I had to move it twice. The first place I put it, it didn't like it. So I put it here. It's been here a couple of years, and it's recovered from its parlour state that it was, and it's now flowering nicely, coming on strong now. This is a cutting of the snowball tree that's down the garden near the car garage. One more quince. This one gets no special treatment. It's in the hedge. I don't know, I think it's a cutting again off the big one down the bottom of the garden, which is in flower at the moment. These mahonia are from near the kitchen garden, what to call it, the garden near the kitchen, where there are hundreds, and they sprout up new shoots from the older ones, and these are ones I've dug up and transplanted. They seem to take very well in this ground. Looks a wilderness here at the moment, but I've been gradually cutting down the bamboo and giving it a dose of weed killer that I bought on the internet. It came from China. It's supposed to be special Chinese bamboo killer. So I've been using it in here carefully, root by root, because I'd only got 2 packets of it. So these all weren't picking up now, and then leave it for a few days to hopefully do some good. And then it's soon be time for mowing. Here I've put some actually around the roots of that and the next one. A few little snowdrops, look, fighting their way through. This is that bamboo killer. You can see that white powder just in there. This is some that I killed off last year with Roundup. It seemed to work a bit. And I've ordered some more weed killer, more bamboo killer from England now. It's supposed to be a root killer. Helen's going to bring it when she comes. So, a bit of a wilderness, but once it's tidied up and another few hours, and then it'll look a lot tidier. Oh, we've got some Scythia coming out, look. In here, look at this, just coming out. That's the well pump in there. It feeds the pond. Keeps topping it up every hour. Wow, look at this. It's only just come out today. That's an apricot tree. Isn't that beautiful? I better not trim it now. Look at the bees on it. Can you see the bees? By jingo, that's beautiful. We only had 2 apricots last year. It's very difficult because the cold weather comes and it'll end it. But it hasn't been pruned this year. A bit late now. I'll have to prune it after the fruit's gone, but it's very difficult here because the frost comes, the cold weather comes, and even when the flowers are finished and the buds form, the frost will nip it, and no fruit. There used to be 2 of them. The other one didn't survive. They're not very old. Oh, maybe not very old, about 15 years old, I think. Jungle in here is where the raspberries live, inside. This is, this big straggly plant is, what do we call it? It has big red flowers on it. You can see some raspberries in there, they weren't cutting down now, and there's a bit of acacia in it. Oh look, the plum tree's out as well now. You see it? This is a damson tree. So all these raspberries in behind this fence, you trimming. Oh gosh, they're starting to sprout. Look at them. So you cut him back quick. I'll do that tomorrow or this afternoon. Look, a damson tree. See the buds on it? My, this is a massive tree. There was so many damsons we couldn't cope with them last year. I really was ankle deep in them on the floor. Probably nothing this year. This is the parent Mahonia bush, and look at all its babies popping up everywhere. Look, there's the parent, and the scent at the moment is incredible. It's just about to come out full flower, and all these little babies. Look, there's one there, 2 or 3 there, there's one among that rose bush, lots more in here, another one there. Oh, that's our snowdrops from England. Belonged to Mr. Bourne, who had a garage at East Kirkby, and he gave Ruth a clump when he was a patient a long time ago. Another mahogany here, look. Beautiful. There we are, I've come out of the greenhouse, going to have an apéro. It's almost lunchtime. It's been 29, 28. It's 25.3, look, in the sun. My goodness, it's later on in the day. Well, later on, I've sat down and just having a glass of wine. Ruth's finishing off, get some avocados ready for our starter. And then we're having something wrapped in ham. I'll tell you in a minute. So Ruth just put the cover out. It's a bit hot sat here. I said, shall we sit outside? So I've put the covers on the chairs, the cushions, and I've put the tablecloth on. There's the hyacinths. By the scent from those is lovely. Endive wrapped in ham with cheese sauce. We're having avocado with prawns to begin with. Cheers, folks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to have a look on our website, www.crackerbooks.fr. There you can find links to all our online audio stories and lots more videos on YouTube, plus our books. There are 10 books to download free of charge. Picture story books, books about animals, and books for children. So lots to look at. So there we are. Thanks again. Until next time. Cheerio.